Therapists, without breaking confidentiality, what story kept you up at night? He handed me a drawing before the session started, a crayon sketch on printer paper, jagged black lines forming a stick figure inside a cage, red scribbles outside it. He said the red was Mom's bad feelings. Why is the stick man in the cage? He looked up, dead serious. Because if he gets out, someone dies. That was our third session. He was 8, bright kid, big brown eyes that never quite made full contact. Kind of kid who talks like he's reading off a script. And the first time I realized I wasn't helping him, not really. His name wasn't Elijah, but I'll call him that. Court-mandated therapy after a violent episode at school. Shoved a classmate down the stairs. No permanent damage. But he didn't cry, didn't apologize. Just sat on the floor humming while they waited for the nurse. His mom was always on edge when she brought him in. Hair too neat, makeup too perfect. She clutched her purse like it was armor. I'm doing everything the parenting books say, she said once. He's just off. During one session, I asked him to draw his family. He drew himself as a tree. His mom was the sun. His dad was a pile of ash. When I asked what happened to Dad, Elijah said, he burned up when Mom got too bright. He said it like he was describing the weather. Things escalated after the 7th session. Elijah started pacing when we talked. He scratched the corners of the carpet. He whispered to his fingers, as if they were separate from him. Then he started bringing drawings. One was of a basement, very detailed. He labeled things, Mom's wine chair, the quiet stairs, where the blood came out. I asked gently, what blood, Elijah? He didn't answer, just pointed to a red circle on the page. That's where the voice lives. I filed a report immediately. I had no proof, just a pit in my stomach, and a kid who was unraveling in slow motion. Then came the story that kept me up for weeks. He was quiet that day. We played with toy animals, a grounding technique he seemed to tolerate. He picked up the lion and whispered. The lion tried to help the zebra, but the zookeeper said if he roared again, she'd drown the zebra. I didn't react, just watched, listened. Then he said, but the lion roared anyway, and the zookeeper dragged the zebra into the bath, and the lion had to watch, and the water turned red. I almost dropped my clipboard. Elijah, I asked, my voice trembling, did something happen to someone you know? He shook his head. It was a dream. But he looked at me, really looked, for the first time, like he was begging me to decode a message. CPS finally intervened after a neighbor filed a report. The mom was heard screaming through the vents, in silence, long silence. They found Elijah in the closet, curled up next to a Tupperware bowl of dry cereal. The door had a lock from the outside. His mom claimed he locked himself in for attention. They didn't buy it. Here's the part that still keeps me up. In his last session with me before the investigation, he gave me one last drawing. It was the same cage, same stick figure, but this time, the door was open. And outside, next to the red scribbles, was a new color, green. I asked what the green was. He whispered, the place where the lion goes when the zookeeper's gone. He smiled for the first time. And then he hugged me, just once, like he knew he wouldn't see me again. I checked for updates for months. No one would tell me anything. I'm not his family. I'm not involved anymore. Just a therapist with a drawing still folded in my desk drawer. But I still wonder, what happened to the lion?